Hey there, it's Stephanie Shea, Chief Astrologer for janspiller.com with your monthly horoscope. And this one's for you, Capricorn. As April begins, we're going to have Mercury, the Sun, and Venus all in the sign of Aries. This does present a few challenging energies, but they might motivate you to do something that you wouldn't have done on your own. So you could see it as a bit of motivational pressure. Now, the second half of the month will offer an easier flow. More of the planets will be in Taurus, forming a favorable trine to your sun or to your ascendant if you are a Capricorn rising person. We've got Mercury in the sign of Aries from April 3rd to the 18th. And this could make communications challenging, especially with family members. Take some time to consider how you want to say things before speaking. Avoid making rushed decisions. That's something that can happen when Mercury is in Aries, fast-moving, especially if the decisions have to do with your living situation or home-related matters. Now, Mercury moves into Taurus April 19th, and that's going to smooth the lines of communication with loved ones. It's really supportive for long-term planning. It's going to be easier to have sensible discussions. So if you have something important to talk about, maybe you could wait till Mercury moves into Taurus. This month's new moon is the most powerful new moon of the year for manifestation. It is the Aries new moon. So Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. When we have our Aries new moon, it initiates the whole lunar cycle for the year. So it's a big deal. It's kind of what I consider the second astrological new year. We think about when the sun moves into Aries at the spring equinox up north, or, of course, fall equinox down under. We love our down under friends. Either way, that equinox date is kind of an astrological new year because the sun has moved into Aries. But then the follow-up to that a few weeks later is the new moon in the sign of Aries. And because new moons carry this manifestation quality, it's a really powerful time to write down intentions. And if you have Jan Spiller's book, New Moon Astrology, you know that Jan pays a lot of attention to this new moon in her book and gives you some very fun rituals to maximize the power of it and do some creative intention setting. So the date of the new moon will be April 11th. It's at 22 degrees of Aries, and it supports your intentions not just for the next moon cycle, but for the coming year. And there are no inner planets retrograde. So this is a huge cosmic green light. It's a great time to get started on a big picture vision and initiate habits that are going to actually stick. Now, if you were born on or around January 12th of any year, or if you have around 22 degrees Capricorn rising, this new moon is especially activating. It could feel maybe that there's an agitating situation, but that is probably exactly what you need to get an exciting new plan into action. Sometimes we get a little poke from the cosmos that it's time to get going. Now, Venus is going to be in the sign of Aries through April 13th, and that's going to promote home improvement projects and family-related activities. You could feel inspired to make aesthetic improvements to your living space. Venus is all about beauty. On the 14th, Venus will move into Taurus, and it will remain in Taurus through June 10th. You're going to be well positioned under that astrology to attract romance into your life, and creative projects are really highlighted. Venus has a lot to do with creativity, as does the sign of Taurus. Again, aesthetics, beauty. When you think of all these things, it's a really feel-good time when Venus moves into Taurus. Now, the sun moves into Taurus April 19th, and that will lend some more warmth and stability to your love relationships. You can use the second part of the month to enjoy time in nature with loved ones. I would even get out your calendar and see where in the second part of the month you can take a break from some of your obligations and get outside and play. We've got Mars moving into Cancer on April the 23rd, and Mars will remain in this sign until June the 10th. So this planet of passion and ambition is going to be opposing your sun. You could feel some pressure to take action. Capricorn sun and Capricorn rising people might be focusing on a new or existing partnership. Keep in mind, we have a Mercury retrograde on the horizon. It's May 29th to June the 22nd. So that's why it's important to try to initiate new plans this month in April. You can maybe even do some of that in the first part of May, but you know that Mercury retrograde's coming up at the end of May, and that's going to be the time to build on what you've started. So this month is just really ripe for new beginnings. Take advantage of that. All right, we've got our full moon this month, April 26th at 7 degrees of Scorpio. It puts the spotlight on your social life. A close friend could help you discover the truth about something important. Sometimes you need that exterior perspective to help you see something you couldn't see. That can be the kind of thing that happens around this full moon. It's also a good time to analyze your strategy related to a big picture goal and determine if you need to adjust your approach. You get to see things a lot more clearly around the full moons. So I hope you can make the most of all the astrological energies of April. It's pretty powerful stuff. And I look forward to seeing you here again soon with your monthly horoscope and other astrological overviews.